Well, hello and welcome back to the Let's Play series. You can see here that between episodes, I have changed the trajectory of the road a little bit so that it curves. I think that it fills the space a little bit nicer this way. And after I get this all filled in, then I think we can go and start digging out some of this area over by the farms and eventually create an offshoot over to that, and then way down the road we can put a nice bridge over there to go over that. But for now, I think I just need to get this filled in. I hope I have enough cobblestone to do that, but we'll see. And then eventually this will sort of not be just a stark line like this. It's eventually going to kind of taper. I don't know that I necessarily want it to look like it has gutters. I want it to be kind of old and worn. So we'll probably do some texturing. Texturing is the word I'm looking for. Nope, wrong button. Texturing. Texturing is what I want. So the texturing will probably be things like mud bricks and smooth stone, andesite, other such things. Definitely some tuff in there, I think, as well. So yeah, I'm going to start filling this in and we'll see how that goes. So quick little update here. As you can probably see, I have finished the sort of cobblestone outline here. It's obviously it's kind of ugly right now because it's all just cobblestone. I've started curving it off towards the village area. I think I want to have it curve a little bit more, so I'll probably work on that at some point. But as you can see by this dirt here, I had it a little too wide initially. So I'm going to fuss with this a bit more, and then I'll check in with you again after that. Well, I changed my mind a bit. I actually just have it coming straight out now. I was thinking about how actual roads are laid out, and it didn't make a whole lot of sense to have it curve going that direction when people might also be coming from that direction. So for now, it's just kind of going straight out. I might round it a bit with curbs or something. I'll figure that out later, but it seems that we also have some visitors over here. The chicken farm here, I added a ladder so I can get up there to breed a little bit better. It's working. I do think I need more chickens, but this is a little bit crammed in there, and whenever I have seeds, they all sort of pile on each other, and that makes it really difficult to actually give any of them seeds. So despite the fact that there's like 30 in there, when I give them seeds, I get maybe two. I get maybe two chickens that will take the seeds because of how they're all crammed together in there. So that's a little frustrating. I don't want to just fill this whole area with cobblestone only to put buildings on top of it. That seems wasteful. I do want to eventually bring the rest of this up to this level. I suppose I could do that just with dirt. Okay, I am completely out of dirt, but as you can see, I have filled in most of this area. I ran out of dirt here, as you can probably tell. So this is not filled in there, but this entire other side is. That is now ready for houses and other structures to be built upon. I think this is looking much better. It's maybe less quote unquote natural, I guess, but it's a much better canvas for us to build on. So now that that's all taken care of, I do want to start texturing the road a little bit, or at least experimenting with how it's going to look. So I gathered a bunch of andesite and gravel here. I'm just gonna stick a couple in to make sure that I'm on the right track. Okay, I think that looks decent. Stick a couple more in here, kind of spread it out, make it look a bit more worn. Yeah, I think this is working. Stick a couple more in over here. Okay, okay. And, you know, maybe let's throw in some gravel just to spruce it up a little bit. Yeah. I also want to mess around with blending. So just kind of stick in some gravel or whatever out here so that it doesn't have these... Oops. Yeah, just so it doesn't have these stark lines coming along the sides here. I don't kind of like how that looks, but it's going to be tough to know what this is going to look like until I get some houses put in, I think. So maybe I'll hold off for now. I do think that it is time to start bringing some villagers over. So I put together this little hut. It is not at all intended to be a finished product. It's quite small here, as you can see. I made the floor sort of too tall here. And the idea is that once everything is set up, I can replace this lower level with something that actually looks good. And then just cut out this top level and the villager will just drop down. That way I don't have to worry about transporting him and getting him lost and all that kind of nonsense. So I think this will work for our initial purposes of just gathering some villagers for some basic trading. So let me see about going to grab some of those guys. What is going on over here? Guys, how did you get stuck down here? Why? Even you, Golem? How has this happened? Do I have to come rescue you? Why are you all so useless? Yes, please, get out of there. Come on. Come on, dum-dums. You can do it. Really? Come on. Thank you. Jeez. You know, I was thinking I would start with a toolsmith, but these idiots don't want to link. I hate villagers. I finally got him over here, so now all we got to do is get him trapped in here and pick out a new trade. Actually, this might be okay. I don't think there's any guarantee that it'll stay a pick, but I would like to have a nice pick trade. Hey! Okay. Don't you go changing that on me. I gotta get some more coal. Okay, I've been trading with this guy for a while now, and he's actually pretty decent. So we've got this nice diamond hoe trade. I think that could be useful. We've got iron. That will be handy once we have an iron farm going, and this axe down here is pretty nice. I think we could combine a couple of those to get something nice. This pick is not the best, but, you know, it's... diamonds aren't renewable, so whatever. It's okay. So I think now I need to focus on getting somebody else over here, like maybe a mending villager would be nice. But that means dragging them back over. Hello, friend. Would you like to come live in this ugly little house I've built for you? It's very cozy and cobblestoney. Yes, good. Come on. Nope. Okay, I think I need to do a lot of this off camera. This is gonna take a while. Eh? No. It took a while, but it's finally done. We've got a nice 10 emerald mending trade. So I'm gonna get that. And I think work on getting a few more of these. I want to get enough to upgrade all of my gear. Or at least as much of it as I can, I think. But I am out of emeralds, so let me see how many of those I can get. It's gonna take a while. You remember how earlier I was talking about when I offer up seeds to these chickens, they clump together? Yeah, it's pretty irritating trying to give them anything here. Come on, man. Okay, I have managed to put together some pretty decent boots. We have Fire Protection 3, Feather Falling 4, Unbreaking 3, and Mending, so I'm pretty happy with that. Got a couple extra books left, and Mending for the rest of the armor. For the axe here, I think I want to trade for another one of those and combine them to up the efficiency and unbreaking levels. And then over here for the picks, these are just standard picks. I might trade with the guy for some of those efficiency picks and see if that is more cost efficient, but I'm not sure. In the meantime, I also grabbed another villager. He currently has iron leggings, and I want to see where we can get with some of the armor trades, but I need more stuff for that. While I was digging up andesite and things earlier to work on texturing the road, you can see over here, this is my andesite holes. Yep, lots of tunneling there. But just over here, just on the other side of this, I really need to put some stairs here, I think. But just on the other side of this, I've got some torches, lit up this area a little bit, and then I used some other torches to highlight this spot right here. And the reason for that is that just around the corner here, we have a skeleton spawner, an actual skeleton spawner this time, not a spider spawner like last time. So I think this will be really helpful for us. We can use it to get some bone meal and a lot of XP, which will be useful for enchanting. Ooh. I don't know if I'll get to it this episode, but I definitely want to turn this into a proper mob spawner farm, so to speak. I think we can also use some of their gear for disenchanting and get some levels that way. So anyway, that's all pretty exciting. I'm gonna have to look up some of the tutorials on how that works before I can build it. One thing I do know in the meantime is that I need to light up this whole area up here. So that's what I've been doing. Otherwise I'll get some pretty atrocious spawn rates. So I've got most of this kind of plateau area up here pretty well lit up. At least on the other side there. I'm kind of working my way this way, making sure to get in any of the little caves as I go. Yeah, like these little spots here. You really want to make sure you don't miss anything. Every little bit of spawnable area will mess with those spawn rates. I have discovered a few additional little caves and things that I didn't know about in the meantime. So that's been kind of a fun exploration. Is that? It is wood. Is this my first mine shaft? Oh boy. Well, that's exciting. I haven't found any of these yet. Let's go take a peek in here. Get this lit up a little bit. This will probably mess with my spawn rates if I don't get it. Excuse me, baby. You stay over wherever you are. I wonder if there's a spider spawner over there. Okay, well this might change my plans a little bit. I had been hoping to get a little bit more trading and build that farm, but now I really just kind of want to explore this area and see what's down here. Unfortunately, while this video may seem a little shorter, it actually took me quite a while to get here between all that road building, so I think this is where I need to call it for this week's episode. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. Face. I don't even have a zoom key. Face, please. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you do like what you see, make sure you subscribe. New videos every other week. And if you want to hit that like button, I appreciate it. Bye.